Exactly what we expected, right, Brooklyn? We expected to blow the Bulls out of the water. Send them running. Yeah, right. I mean, I tweeted last night into the Nets postgame. Even I don't have anything bad to say. What a tremendous performance. The only thing you worry about, of course, is feeling real good about it and realizing that you're supposed to serve in the playoffs. You're supposed to win your home games, and you still have another one to win before you can feel like you've got somewhat of a hold on the series. You can't ever get excited about winning the first game if you're the home team. You're supposed to. If Chicago comes back and wins game 2, then all this amazing feeling, I mean, it's incredible how we are, human nature. I got my buddies talking to me about beating Miami, and listen, if they play the way they played last night, they can certainly beat anyone. I mean, you're talking about, now, I always say you need 5 guys to play well to beat good teams. Well, they had 6 guys. I mean, really, you can make a case to have that 7 guys played well if you include Reggie, who doesn't score. He pulled down 13 boards. Of course, Wallace was so good to see Wallace. 5 for 7. Look at his line. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. A steal, and 14 points. He was so key. And, of course, Lopez looked so dominant in the first quarter. He is a first ballot Hall of Fame first quarter player. But he was tough, man. He took the ball to the hole, 21 points. Williams, what can I say, man? D. Will is a friggin' stud again. It is so refreshing to know that we have the D. Will we thought we had. I mean, dominant performance, 9 for 15. Just alive. Did turn the ball over 3 times, but alive and active. 7 assists. I thought Joe Johnson was good early. He made a couple of buckets early in the second quarter. Strong goals in the paint. 16 points for him on 7 of 13 shooting. And C.J. Watson was outstanding, 6 for 8. Blatche was good, 6 for 11. I guess we could get on Stackhouse. Stackhouse becomes the second player in NBA history to have 3 consecutive air balls. The other, Mirza Teletovic in Indiana. That is an odd thing, isn't it? To have 3 straight air balls, 3 consecutive shots that you take to be air balls. I mean, really, I'm sure there's no stat in Elias, but that can't be. Someone else can't have that statistic. 2 guys, 2 Nets this year have done that. But anyway, excellent performance. Want to see Bogans get off the schneid. He didn't even take a shot. I think he's going to be an important factor. If you play like this, what did they have, 8 turnovers? Imagine that, 8 turnovers. A team that's, customarily in the 13, 14, sometimes 15. In fact, all the games against the Bulls, they've averaged 18 turnovers. So to have 8, everything that you could ask for went well yesterday. The only thing, like I said, I fear is being a little overconfident coming in. Chicago looks injured. They look starless, right? Obviously Derrick Rose is sitting on the sideline. Darren Williams is the best player on the court. You can make a case. I don't think there's any argument at all that Brook Lopez is the second best player on the court. With Noah's injury, certainly that's non-debatable. And listen, right now, maybe Johnson's the third. So maybe all 3 of your guys are better than any of theirs at this point. Of course, Dang had a bad day, so you can't expect Dang to have another brutal performance like he did. He was 3 for 11. And I'm mistaken. I'm leaving out Carlos Boozer. How can I say Boozer? Boozer just dominates us. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 12 of 20. So I take that back. He is not. Joe Johnson's not the third best. Boozer is better. But Dang should be. Butler had a nice day. He was 5 for 8, 13 points. Heinrich looks a step slow. Right now, anybody playing D. Will looks a step slow. It's incredible. The reverse dunk was such a message to everybody that, I mean, he goes down. I was thinking he was going to dunk. Figured it'd be a classic one hand. And he reverses, and I'm like, damn. And what a nice message to send that, hey, I am back to the person I was. Of course, my buddy Nate continues to light us up. 8 for 12, 17 points. Hate him. Let's get Monday night's game before we start talking about what we could do. I was on the phone today with a guy who's like, hey, if they could give Miami trouble. Listen, again, I'm a Net fan for 30 years. Other than the few years with Jason Kidd, every other year has been painful to be a Net fan. And this year has been painful, even though 4 seeds, supposed to be happy. Painful losses at home, which still bother me and will if we lose in the second round, or obviously the first. I'll remember this season as what could have been when you lost those brutal games at home that could have slid you to 3, because all I'm thinking of, salivating for the thought of playing the Knicks in a 7-game series. Who's stopping Darren Williams on the Knicks? Now, you could say the same thing. Who's stopping Carmelo? Right. We don't have the ability to stop Carmelo, but I believe we can stop everybody else. And the way we're playing right now, the Knicks have not seen Darren Williams at this level. All 4 games were in the first half. I know I'm an idiot. I'm talking Knicks Nets. They can't meet in the second round, but that's my point of why even a convincing first round win against the Bulls, if it happens, an exit to the Heat is still going to be bitter for me, because of what I really would have loved to seen is go into the Garden. And I believe right now we're a more complete team than the Knicks are. I didn't watch the Knicks game, but, from all accounts, Celtics were right there throughout the day, and then Carmelo did his thing. Let me relax. Enjoy this victory. It was one of the best playoff victories in recent memory. They did post the statistic that the Nets won 3 games by 20 in their history. One was the Knicks, which I loved. Back in the Kid days in 2004, they also beat Detroit by 20, and I believe Toronto was the other 20. But this one wasn't 20, but it was a blowout, and then it just got relaxed in the second half. So let's see how we come out Monday. Certainly need to wear black. Took my advice, wear black all the time. Something about those white jerseys that make us soft. Exciting win. Let's see what happens on Monday night. Till then, leave me alone.